welcome to my channel. My name is Charlotte and this is my second episode. Welcome back if you watched the last one, and thank you so much to everyone that watched it and subscribed. That means a lot to me, and if it's your first time here, then welcome. As I said, my name is Charlotte. I live in a camping car with my boyfriend and our 2 dogs, and we're currently staying in Sardinia for the winter on a friend's farm. So if you hear any dogs barking or loud noises, people working, then I do apologize. I will try to get better with the sound quality. Right now I don't have a microphone or anything, so I'm gonna try and record it on my phone, which I put up here. Fingers crossed the sound is better than last time. So yeah, that is my little introduction, and in this video I really wanted to talk about my autumn knitting plans. So all the things that I really want to knit this autumn, sneaking into winter a bit probably because there is a lot of things. I made a little list in my book right here, and I have around 10 things to talk about. And so yeah, let's get started. The first garment that I want to talk about is, what is it called? Okay, so it's called the Into the Woods sweater. Into the Woods sweater, and it's by Tanya Barley. And this is a pattern that I've wanted to knit now almost since I started knitting in November. The pattern is, I will put it here, it's the yoke is a beautiful pattern with little foxes, and foxes are one of my favorite animals. I love them so much, and as soon as I saw this pattern I just really wanted to knit it. But I know that this pattern is going to be hard, and when I first saw it back when I first started knitting, I definitely knew I couldn't knit it, and now I feel like I'm capable, but I know it's still going to be hard. It's knit with 3 strands of colour sometimes, which is a bit scary, and it is knit with Plotolupi single strand. And I already have the yarn I bought a while ago, and I will show you. Excuse the rustling. Okay, now I can show you the yarn. So it is made of 4 colours. You have the main colour for the body, and then you have 3 colours in the colour work. So these are the 3 colours in the colour work. We have this beautiful orangey colour that is a fox colour to me. Then we have just a white and a black. And for the body, I couldn't decide which colour I wanted to do the body, so I bought both, and then I was gonna decide afterwards, so I'll have enough to make something else probably. Either I will do the body in this beautiful brown red heathered colour. It's very, very beautiful. Or I will use this beautiful green for the body, and it also is a bit heathered with some darker specks going through. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Let me know in the comments if you think which one would be better, the green or the brown. I'm not 100% sure of the names of these colours on excuse me, the names of these colours, but I can put them in the description or down here. I'm not sure, but yeah, let me know which colour you think would work best. So yeah, I'm really excited to knit that, and yeah, it's been on my queue for quite a while. Actually, I think I even have the pattern. I think I even bought the pattern. I think it's in my library. So I'm very excited to knit that. And also, I love the Plotolupi. It's such a nice yarn. Okay, next. What do we have next? Next, I want to knit the Grow Shawl by Fibre Tales, and this is another pattern that I think is just so beautiful. After knitting my last shawl by Fibre Tales, that was in my last podcast, I looked at the other shawls that she had designed, and also in the knit along that we were doing with We Grow Wild. There's a few people that had knit this pattern as well. I know Ali from Ali in Sweatpants podcast, she knit this shawl as well, and it's so beautiful. So I really would like to knit this shawl, and the yarn that I want to knit it in is the Manchlopi. I guess it's short for Manchego, and then Lopi for the yarn, because Manchego is it's the sheep that it's coming from make the Manchego cheese in Spain, which is a famous Spanish cheese. So yeah, this is a Spanish yarn by Wool Dreamers, and it's very beautiful. It's another unspun, same as the Plotolupi, but it comes in double strands, so you have 2 strands, so it's a bit thicker. And yeah, it's super soft and super beautiful yarn, and I'm really excited to knit with it. And I think it would just make a really beautiful shawl, and I think the Grow shawl would be a perfect shawl for this yarn. I have 3 of these, and I don't remember the name of the colour because I actually bought this quite a while ago. But I think it's the lighter colour. It's the next colour up from the white. There's not so many colours in the options of colourways with the Manchlopi yarn. I think it's the second lightest colour that they have. And yeah, it's a super, super beautiful yarn, and I'm very excited to knit with this. Okay. The third thing I want to talk about is the Radari sweater by, excuse me, I'm going to butcher this name, Vedis Jonsdottir, sorry, by Istex. So yeah, and the reason I want to knit this is because there's a beautiful picture, there's a beautiful jumper that somebody I follow on YouTube did of this pattern. The colour work, the colours she chose is just so beautiful. She actually has a podcast now as well. I will put her name here. I can't remember her name exactly, but she has a lovely podcast as well. And the colours she did on the jumper are just beautiful. And I'll put a picture of the original jumper, and I will put a picture of the colours that she did. They're not super wintry, autumny colours. But I think I'd like to knit this jumper in the autumn, winter, ready for spring, because it's a bit of a spring coloured jumper. And I already bought the yarns. The yarns are Lead Lopi, and I will show you the colours now. Okay, so the main body is in this beautiful, I don't know what this is called. Whoops. Shade. I'm not sure. It's either 1702 or 1110. But it's in this beautiful sort of unicorny, rainbowy type. I don't know. It's super pretty colour. It's a mix of pinks and blues and purples, and yeah, it's very stunning colour. And then this is the body, and then the colour work will be in these 4 colours. So as you can see, it's super spring colours, really lively, but I really want to knit this in the winter ready for spring, so I think it's going to be super beautiful. And the colour work she did is stunning, and the colour choices I love. So as soon as I saw that jumper, I knew I needed to knit it, and yeah, I'm so excited to knit this. I have never knit with this yarn before. I have to say, I think it doesn't feel as soft as the Plotolupi. Whoops. But that doesn't bother me. I quite like rustic yarns anyway, and I don't really get the itchiness, so it feels fine to me. yeah, and I'm really excited to knit this as well. Just the colours are so beautiful. Okay, so that's that guy. Okay, so number 4. Let's have a look in the book. If I didn't write any of these down, I would never remember them. I have the memory of Dory from Finding Nemo. Okay, number 4. Number 4, I'd like to knit the Sianak Knits by Ninan Pomerenke, I think that's how you say it. And they're these beautiful mittens with a little fox colour work, which, as I said, I love foxes, so anything with foxes on, I want to knit it. So they have a beautiful little fox colour work, and I thought I could use what I have left over from my Plötuloopy from Istex, and I think I will probably have enough of the colours left over to do the little mittens. So that is, yeah, another little mini project that I want to do. I think they'll be super cute, and I actually don't have any mittens, so those will be nice for the winter. Okay, moving on. Number 4. No, that was number 4. Number 5. Oh yeah, okay. So number 5, I would like to knit the Unarmoured Defense Cowl by Cat Weaver, or Heather and Hops from Heather and Hops podcast. I was watching the Knitting Traditions podcast, and she was knitting this recently, and I saw this and I thought this will be perfect to knit for the her knit along or make along that she's doing. And I have this yarn that I mentioned in my my previous podcast that I got from Woolly Knits, Blue Faced Leicester. It's not easy to say. From Woolly Knits. I think I have enough of this to knit the cowl. So it's a beautiful folded collar, neck, and then it comes down to the shoulders, and then you just have it open on either side. And then you could put a little button here to close it if you want. But I just think it will be perfect under jackets for the winter. It's going to be super cozy and warm. And to go with that, which takes me on to what number are we on? 6, 7? Wait. Stormhood. Oh, okay, yeah, number 6. Sorry. So yeah, takes me on to number 6, which is the Stormhood by Albiona McLaughlin, and I also got this from the Heather and Hops podcast, and she was talking about how she knitted the hood. Well, it's a balaclava, but she knitted it so it was the bigger size, so it's more of a hood, and I just saw the pictures of her wearing it, and I needed this in my life. And I actually really wanted a hood scarf kind of situation for a while, and I didn't find a pattern that I liked, and after I saw the way she did it, I just thought that was perfect. And hopefully I might have enough yarn of this left over to knit it, but we'll see. I think I would like to knit it in this if I have enough left over. If not, I'll have to find something else. Okay, so okay, I'm sorry if I'm rushing through these. I feel like I have such a bad memory. I forget to say things that I probably would need to say that are interesting, that are useful. Like maybe the thickness of the yarn. I completely forgot to say anything on that. But if you have any questions about any of the yarn or any of the patterns, feel free to leave me a comment and I will let you know. Okay, so what are we up to? Okay, so number 7 is a bit of a double pattern because I'm not 100% sure which one I would like to do, but it's a cardigan and I've never knit a cardigan yet. So it would either be the Felix cardigan by Amy Christophers or the Fluff Nugget cardigan by Soprano Knits. I'll put it down here. And whoops, I love both of those patterns. The Felix cardigan has such a beautiful detail on the shoulders, and the Fluff Nugget cardigan is knit in brioche, which I've never done before, and I really would like to because it looks so squishy and warm, and I'm quite excited to try brioche. So maybe I'm slightly hesitating towards the Fluff Nugget cardigan. It looks very beautiful. The yarn I would like to knit it in is this merino yarn that I got in a shop in Italy, and it's probably about a DK weight, and I have no idea, I don't really know anything about it because it was in the sale section and I just got it in. It came in a bag like this, and all it says is 480 grams merino. So it's 100% merino, and I know I have 480 grams. It's a beautiful marine blue colour. I love this colour. So yeah, I've been struggling to decide what I want to do with it. It's very soft. I think it will be super nice. Although I do think the pattern does call for a worsted weight yarn, but I'm very petite. I'm only 5 foot or 152 meters tall, and sometimes like jumpers and cardigans can come up quite big on me. So maybe if I knit in a slightly smaller weight, it will be a bit smaller. I'm not sure. But I think I would like to knit it in this yarn. The yarn is already very squishy and soft. Maybe with the brioche it's going to be even squishier and cozy. So yeah, I think possibly that's what I will knit with this. And then I do really want to knit the Felix cardigan as well, but maybe we will save that for a bit later. I'm not sure. Okay. Next, what do we have? Number 7. Okay. So the next thing I would really love to knit is the FAVO sweater by Fiber Tales, another beautiful Fiber Tales pattern. And it's this beautiful jumper, oversized jumper with beautiful details, cables. I think it has moss stitch and loads of details, and it just looks so beautiful. I don't have any yarn that I would want to knit it with yet, but I really would like to order some more of the Manchlope from Wool Dreamers. They have a sort of lavender violety colour, and it's not a strong colour, it's quite pale and muted, and I think it would be beautiful in that. So I think I would like to order some more of that for that project. I think that would be super nice. And I worked out I would need about 4 of these, I think. It's another pattern where it says it's worsted, and they say holding this double is DK, but the jumper is very oversized, and I think that I'll be fine going down a little bit in the thickness of yarn, because I think it's still going to fit me. Even if I go up a size, I think it'll probably still be too big. So yeah, I would really love to knit that pattern. And wow, it's a lot of knitting. It's exciting. Okay, so number 9. Last but not last but least. Okay, number 9. I've again 2 that I'm not sure about. I really would either like to knit the Gondor vest or the Hobbiton vest by Fable Knitwear, and I have a lot of cones that are fingering weight yarn, and both of those are fingering weight. I'd really like to knit one of those. My plan is, I've been watching a lot of Heather and Hops recently, and her style in her last Gondor vest just was so beautiful. The vest with the beautiful knitted sleeves, I think she did it in a mohair, and they were so fine and fluffy and so beautiful. I really would like to knit something similar to this, and yeah, it excites me to see the way that looked. It looks so beautiful. So yeah, I would like to knit either those 2 patterns. The Gondor vest is just a nice little fitted vest, and the Hobbiton vest is similar, but it has more of a v-neck, and it has a fake button band with buttons, so you don't actually need to make a vest that has buttons. It's just a fake button band. So I'm not sure which one I would like to do, but definitely one or the other, and then eventually I'll find a pattern for knitting like a little shirt underneath, but I haven't got that far yet. I haven't found anything that I like. So if you have any if you know of any beautiful patterns that have these beautiful sort of very light balloon sleeves that come tight at the wrists, and it's like a little shirt, then or a blouse, sorry, more of a blouse, then yeah, I would love to hear in the comments anything like that. Okay, so that was number 9, and number 10, last but not least, I really want to start knitting some socks, and I still haven't started knitting any socks because I have quite a few whips already, but that is one of my side plans for autumn and winter knitting, is socks. I have already a few patterns in my library. Pause, and I'm gonna find the names. So some of the sock patterns that I want to knit are the I'm So Basic sock patterns by Amberly, I think, and then there is the September wood socks by, this is Handmade Life. Those are beautiful, and they have these beautiful little wood leaf pattern going on the top part of the sock. What else is there? The Autumn Fires by La Maison de Saba. They also have beautiful leaf pattern. And then the Cozy Autumn socks, also by, this is Handmade Life. They also look very, very beautiful. So yeah, those are a lot of patterns that I want to knit, and I think 10 is a nice number. I'm sure there will be many more that come into my knitting plans throughout autumn and winter, but for now those are the main ones that I really would like to knit. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for joining me and letting me share my autumn knitting plans with you. And please let me know your autumn knitting plans in the comments. I would love to get inspiration and find more patterns that are beautiful that I can knit. There's so many. Ravelry is just full of patterns. It's sometimes hard to navigate because there's just so much talent and so much incredible, beautiful patterns. So yeah, thank you so much for being here with me, and I will love to see you next time. Bye.